have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out. Oh, my! Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
Fight Week on DAZN is non-stop action. Access all areas of the biggest fight, even before the bell rings.
I hope you guys enjoy this fight as much as I will.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Shelly.
This is just brilliant.
This is boxing. This is life. It's not joking.
No politics, no fluff, just first to glory and a little bit of history. Cheers to that.
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on DAZN.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going. Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is live.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Press conference live on DAZN.
Hello and welcome as we come to you live from Norfolk, Virginia. The debut of Top Ranked Boxing on DAZN happens Saturday night at the Scope Center as the hometown kid, Keyshawn Davis, takes on Nahir Albright in a rematch from their 2023 encounter. Norfolk, the home of the biggest naval base in the entire world. So many beautiful views here. We're having a great time in this coastal city. And right now we are in the waterside Marriott as we get set for today's press conference. The city known as the City of Mermaids. And let me introduce you to our resident merman. It is Sergio Mora. Sergio, this is a rematch from their 2023 encounter, a majority decision win for Keyshawn Davis. Albright would then go on to beat his baby brother here in Norfolk. So unfinished business is a good term for this matchup. What do you think is going to be different this time around?
It really is. I don't think much is going to be different because I think that much of Nahir Albright, I think he's the goods. He knows how to fight, and that's the reason Keyshawn Davis had so much issues with him, breaking that range, that long right hand. He had to respect not only the size and the length of Albright, but also the power. I think the power's there as well. Albright has a great resume. He fights nothing but undefeated fighters, or once beaten fighters, and that's why he's the good. Keyshawn Davis, on the other hand, we know he's pound-for-pound talent. We know he's a former champion, but he had trouble right there, that range. Those check hooks that he was landing, Albright kept coming forward and kept trying to get the respect, trying to knock out a fighter like Davis. So I think a similar type fight's going to happen here. And don't forget about the hometown curse. You know, some fighters, too much responsibility is on their shoulders, having it look good, having to go for the knockout. Is that going to turn on Davis? We're going to find out.
Yeah, the last time Top Rank was here in Norfolk, it was a disaster for Keyshawn for a couple of reasons. I mentioned his brother lost to Nahir Albright, and then Keyshawn missed weight for his fight against Edwin De Los Santos. The fight was canceled, and then there was an altercation backstage where Albright said the Davis brothers attacked him. What's going on?
Yeah, no, that was immaturity on Keyshawn Davis's part, and he apologized for that. He went on a whole apology tour, and he should have, because it's not a good look for a champion, especially somebody that was a U.S. Olympian, someone that has so many fans, and I think the world of him. I think he could be something special. But when you're acting like that and giving a big opportunity and you ruin it, it's not a good look for your reputation.
And quickly, 140 pounds. Their last fight, the first fight was at 135, moving up in weight. We saw what Keyshawn did in his last fight against Ortiz. He looks sensational. How will that affect the rematch?
I think it's going to be better for him, because anytime a fighter starts, you know, tapering down and not carrying his power, even though he did knock out in his last fight, he got a 12th-round knockout, which was great against Ortiz, becoming the first fighter to stop him. I like seeing that from Davis, because we know he has the boxing ability, but now he brings the confidence of the power and the size. And these are the things that make him special. When he starts digging down to the body like that, it's only a matter of time before he chops on that tree.
All right, we've got 6 fights coming your way on Saturday night, 2 prelim bouts, as well as 4 on the main card as we show it to you right now, and it'll look like a Davis family reunion as 3 of the Davis brothers will be on the same fight card. The night kicks off with Deidre Coughlin against Edward Howard, and then in the welterweight division, there's Keyshawn Davis taking on Edwin Humane Jr. Then the main card starts with an intriguing featherweight showdown, Jan Santana and Christian Cruz Chacon, and then Kelvin Davis taking on Peter Dobson, looking to bounce back after his loss to Nahir Albright. Co-main event, Brian Norman Jr. fighting for the first time since his tough defeat to Devin Haney, Herbal taking on Josh Wagner. Of course, the main event, super lightweight division, Keyshawn Davis and Nahir Albright. Without further ado, let's send it to the dais as Chris Mannix will host today's press conference.
Well, thank you, Todd. Welcome, everyone, to the final press conference for Unfinished Business. Fight card headlined by the rematch between Keyshawn Davis and Nahir Albright. As the tagline suggests, this is not only a fight between 2 top 140-pounders, but a grudge match between a couple of fighters with a whole lot of bad blood. This fight is promoted by Top Rank in association with Rodney Rice's RDR Promotions. Tickets for Scope Arena are on sale now over at Ticketmaster.com. And if you can't be in the building, you can watch live and exclusively on Saturday night on DAZN. This is Top Rank's first show over on DAZN. I know we're all excited for this one and for the many more that are sure to come. In addition to the main event, we have an excellent undercard on this show. Former welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr. will join us in just a few minutes. He will take on Josh Wagner in a 147-pound fight. There are 3 Davis brothers on this card. It's always a family affair when we come down to Norfolk, Virginia. Kelvin Davis will be in action against Peter Dobson. We've got Keyshawn Davis, who will face Edwin Humane Jr. And we also have a terrific featherweight fight between undefeated Jan Santana and Christian Cruz Chacon. And I want to start with the fighters right away because we've got a lot to get into with everybody that's up here on this stage. I want to start to my right. Kelvin Davis. Been almost a year, Kelvin, since we've seen you in the ring. How have you been feeling over these last few months, and how ready are you for this particular fight?
First, I want to thank God for this opportunity and allowing all fighters to get here safely. But I'm feeling good. I'm ready to go. Like you said, it's been a year, so I've been itching to get back in the ring, so let's do it.
You know, we mentioned it is a family affair. Keyshawn at the top of the bill, you right there underneath, your brother fighting as well. Does it mean something to you when you're part of these types of cards?
Yeah, I mean a lot, but I mean, this is our 3rd time. Well, yeah, this is our 3rd time doing this, so kind of more comfortable. But I mean, yeah, it's like a same thing, dream come true, you know what I'm saying? Another day in office.
Who gets most distracted during these fights, watching the other?
I don't know. I don't know who get more distracted. I mean, we all be locked in on what we got going on in front of us, you know what I'm saying? Then once we get our opponents out the way or get our fights out the way, we just support the next brother.
You took a loss in your last time out to Nahir Albright. What did you take away from that defeat? What did you learn from it that you believe will make you a better fighter?
Shit, move up and wait. But I don't know. I got short-term memory on that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't try not to think about what happened prior. I just move forward and focus on what I got in front of me.
You got Peter Dobson in front of you on Saturday. He's tested some pretty good fighters over his career. Connor Benn, Jalil Hackett on his resume. What kind of statement are you hoping to make in a fight like this?
A big statement, moving up in the 147 division, fighting a good guy, Peter Dobson. Like you say, he done fought some fighters, you know what I'm saying? And I don't look for no cab drivers and stuff like that. I like jumping in that fire every fight, you know what I'm saying? Last fight was a fire fight, and I wanted the same this fight. So Saturday night going to be spectacular.
How different do you feel at 147, not having to cut down that extra weight?
I feel amazing. I'm just ready to display it on Saturday night. I've been seeing all the talks and all the antics and just kind of blocking it out and just focus on the positive stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just ready for Saturday night for sure. Like, it's going to be an amazing night.
What kind of talks and antics were you seeing?
You trying to get to the nitty-gritty, ain't you, man? But like I said, man, I'm dialed in for Saturday night. It's going down, May 16th. Let's do it.
All right, Peter Dobson.
So,
Peter, you got a win your last time out just a couple of months ago. What did that win do for you? You had some losses prior to that. How do you feel going into this fight?
I feel like he said, it's short-term memory. I'm on to the next. I'm thinking about Saturday night. Yeah.
You fought some good guys in this weight class, as I mentioned, Connor Benn, Jalil Hackett as well. What are your thoughts on fighting Kelvin Davis?
Respect to him for taking, like he said, taking a tough fight, because I know I'm one of the toughest in this division. And, you know, coming right up to the 147, fighting one of the toughest guys at 147, respect to him. And let's Saturday night, everything gets established, you feel me? See who's the better man.
What kind of fight are you expecting on Saturday?
I know I'm coming to put pressure and win, because I know I'm on the B side. And, you know, like you said, I fought guys at the higher level when I was on the B side. I know if I don't dominate or stop them or get a big victory, they're going to give the fight to the other guy. So, like my last fight when I fought Sriracha, I feel like I got robbed bad, but I was on the B side. So, like, I'm coming in there, I'm leaving everything in the ring.
So what do you learn from experience like that? What do you have to do in order to get a win on somebody's home turf?
Like I said, you got to come in there and you got to dominate. You can't leave anything to the judges, because the judges is on their side.
You believe you can dominate Kelvin Davis?
I believe I could dominate anybody at 147 division.
All right. Looking forward to that fight on Saturday. We're going to go all the way to the right. Keyshawn Davis, 4-0 to start your young professional career. 2 of those fights at home here at Scope Arena. This will be a 3rd fight in 5 times out. How do you feel fighting here in your backyard?
First, I want to thank God for putting me here today in front of y'all. Second, I want to thank my manager, Jay Prince, for getting me on this card. But I feel great. It's my 3rd time out in front of my city. You know, it's going to be the same outcome.
How do you feel that your career has gone up to this point? Are you happy with the way it's progressed?
For sure. You know, last time out in my city, I made ESPN top 10, you know, specifically number 4. So I feel as though it's starting great, and it's going to keep going up from there.
You know, for people that have not watched a fight here in Norfolk, have not watched a fight at Scope Arena, what kind of atmosphere are you expecting on Saturday?
Electrifying crowd. You know, we in Norfolk. They're going to bring that energy, you know, and that's going it's going to turn me up, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing that energy in the ring. Y'all going to see the Juice Man perform.
You know, I was asking your promoter over the last couple of days about the guy you're fighting, Edwin Humane Jr., and they said he's a real guy. It's a real test for Keyshawn. What kind of fight are you expecting from him on Saturday?
I'm expecting him to, you know, do what he usually do, come into the ring and put it all on the line. He going to try to come forward with all his fake strong stuff, but we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see.
All right. Good luck to you on Saturday, Keyshawn. I want to go to Jan Santana sitting alongside you there, and Gabe, I believe, is going to translate for us. Jan, 16-0 in your pro career, 13 knockouts. You're now in year 2 working with Top Rank. How do you feel like things have been going over the last few years?
16-0 con 13 knockouts, Jan, en tu segundo año trabajando con Top Rank. ¿Cómo ves tu progreso en tu carrera?
Bueno, primero que nada, gracias a Dios por estar aquí, a la familia Top Rank, Miguel Cotto Promotion. Ha sido bastante bien, ha sido una aventura bastante buena. Siempre he venido a dar show, a hacer buena pelea y me preparo para esto siempre me preparo duro para cada pelea, para cada obstáculo. Así que por eso siento que ha sido una gran experiencia porque me han dado buena pelea y me he posicionado bien y he peleado con bastantes rivales buenos que me han posicionado en el top.
First of all, thank God that we are here. I want to thank the family at Top Rank and at Miguel Cotto Promotions. I think things have gone well because I always come to give a good show and give a good fight. I prepare for this. I prepare for that in all my fights. And so I feel like it's been a good experience. I've been giving good fights. They have been giving me good fighters to face. And I have been able to position myself within the top.
You've been with Top Rank for a little over a year. You got 3 fights in 2025. This is a company that is heavily invested at 126 pounds, led, of course, by Shushu Carrington. How close do you believe you are to getting that type of fight?
Ya tienes más de un año con Top Rank, peleaste 3 veces en el 2025. Top Rank está muy invertido en la división de las 126 libras, donde es campeón Bruce Carrington. ¿Qué tan cerca te sientes de una de esas peleas por el título mundial?
Ya es cuestión de una oportunidad de que ellos me den, porque lo he demostrado, nos hemos visto en press conference, nos hemos visto cara a cara y lo he llamado, hey yo, Shushu, you're next, pero no quieren pelear conmigo, Shushu no, shit, easy work.
It's a matter of getting the opportunity. For them to give me the opportunity. I have shown that I am willing. We have seen each other at press conferences face to face, and I've told him, Shushu, you're next. But he doesn't want to fight me. It's easy work. He ain't shit.
Why do you believe, just to drill down that for a minute, why do you believe that for you, Shushu Carrington is easy work?
¿Por qué sientes que para ti es easy work o trabajo fácil?
Bueno, no, lo he llamado varias veces, ya la compañía le ha ofrecido la pelea y él ha dicho que no. Yo estoy disponible para cualquier reto. Yo estoy aquí en las 126 libras y vengo a pelear con los mejores. Quiero medirme contra los mejores del mundo para yo hacerme campeón mundial y bueno, esa es la razón, pelear con los mejores, ¿me entiendes? Si ellos son los campeones, pues entonces que peleen. Estamos posicionados, rankeados y estamos ready para cualquier reto. No tengo miedo con ninguno.
Well, I've called him out. I've called my team and asked for that fight. He has said no. I'm willing to face him. I'm willing to face anyone at 126 pounds. I want to fight against the best so that I can be a champion. That's the reason we're fighting, right? To fight the best, and that's why I'm positioning myself, and I'm ready and willing to take on any challenge.
Before we get to Shushu or any big fight, you've got a tough, durable Mexican fighter over here. Never been stopped in his career. What do you have to do to be the first man to stop him?
Antes de esa pelea tienes a Cristian Cruz Chacón, un peleador mexicano muy aguerrido, nunca ha perdido por la vía del knockout. ¿Qué tienes que ser tú para ser el primer peleador en vencerlo por knockout?
Me alegra de que la compañía, el equipo de trabajo de Cristian Chacón haya aceptado la pelea. De verdad ha sido un peleador valiente y aguerrido, es un peleador aguerrido y sé que va a dar buena pelea mañana y estamos ready para dar buen show.
And I'm happy and I'm grateful that the team of Cristian Cruz Chacón have accepted that fight. He is a warrior, and I know we're going to give a good fight, and we're always going to give a good showdown, a good show.
All right, well, good luck to you on Saturday. I want to turn to Christian. 7 losses on your resume, but that's misleading. 5 of those first 7 losses, or 5 of the losses came in your first 7 fights. What's different about you since then?
Bueno, primeramente agradecer a Dios porque estamos aquí gracias a Él y pues agradecidos también con Top Rank, con DAZN, con mi empresa ProBox por esta oportunidad tan grande que se nos viene. Y bueno, yo creo que empezamos con el pie izquierdo, pero hemos estado mejorando y gracias a Dios estamos hoy por hoy estamos en una buena oportunidad. Que yo creo que este es mi momento, esta pelea es mía, ese título que tiene ahí está prestado porque va a ser mío. Y bueno, después de esta vamos a estar buscando una mejor oportunidad, una pelea titular. Y como todo, hemos ido avanzando y hemos ido mejorando porque esto es un proceso y esta carrera igual es un poco larga de cambios. Y bueno, aquí estamos, gracias a lo que estamos haciendo bien.
Well, I want to thank God, because of Him we are all here. I want to thank Top Rank and DAZN and my promoter ProBox for giving me this opportunity. Yes, I did start off my career on the wrong foot, but we're better now. We're better, we've improved, and this is my moment. This fight is mine. That title is borrowed because it will be mine. And after that, we're going to look for a better opportunity, a title fight. And that's how it is. It's a process. We've been advancing and getting better. There have been long changes, but that's why we are here, because of what we have done.
You know this guy has a lot of power. You know he's coming to fight. What do you have to do to win this fight?
Pues bueno, él tiene su pelea, ¿no? Él tiene sus cualidades, tiene lo suyo. Pero bueno, yo he hecho sparring igual con Naoya Inoue, he hecho sparring con Bernardo López, he hecho sparring con Logan Hernández, quien le acaba de sacar una decisión a Junto Nakatani. Y probado estoy. Entonces, esta es un escalón nada más, es un escalón más para mí. Para pasarlo y darle vuelta a lo que sigue, ¿no? Él menciona que ha llamado a Shushu Carrington, no es lo mismo llamarlo que verlo venir. Entonces, primero estoy yo y bueno, vamos a ver esta prueba primero y después lo que venga.
Well, he has his style, he has his qualities, but I've been sparring with the likes of Naoya Inoue, Bernardo Lopez, Logan Hernandez, who had a decision against Junko Nakatani. So I am a proven fighter. I see this as another stepping stone for me just to get past. He mentions Bruce Carrington, but it's not the same thing to call someone out and see them coming towards you. And so we'll see how this test goes and see what comes after.
Jan, I want to give you the last word. He referred to you as a stepping stone there. Do you believe that you're that type of opponent for him?
Te vamos a dar la última palabra. Él dijo que eres solamente el siguiente paso para ti. ¿Sientes tú que eres ese tipo de rival que solo es un siguiente paso para él?
Nada que ver, nada que ver. No tengo miedo. Cualquier rival que se enfrente a mí se va a enfrentar a un gran peligro, porque soy un peleador que me preparo siempre ready, al 100%. Lo que yo tengo es divino, no es cosa normal, ¿me entiendes? Es algo divino, especial, soy un peleador especial y siempre lo demuestro en cada pelea. Chaco.
Nothing. I'm not scared, you know, and nothing that anyone brings to me. Everyone knows that when they fight me, they're going to enter in some danger because I'm always ready. I'm always at 100%. What I have is divine. It's not normal. It's something divine, and so it's something special that I show in each fight.
All right, excited about that. 3 great fights on this undercard and more to come as well. Excited to see every single one of them on Saturday night. We're going to face these guys off, reset, and come back with the main and the co-main event press conference.
All right, Sergio, getting set for our face-offs as we count down the days. 2 to go until Saturday, May 16th at the Scope Arena here in Norfolk. Main event, Keyshawn Davis and Nahir Albright. This is our undercard and some pretty interesting matchups, including this one, Sergio, Peter Dobson and Kelvin Davis.
You know, we've called Peter Dobson fight before when he fought against Conor Benn, and he's a tricky fighter. He's one of these guys that if you're not prepared for it can make you look bad. This is an excellent step up for Kelvin Davis. We're going to see exactly what he has against a veteran and a trickster like Dobson.
And now a fight that, according to what I just heard on the stage now, could catch fire quickly. You've got Mexico versus the Dominican Republic, Jan Santana and Christian Cruz Chacon.
Jan Santana is one of these Dominicans, like Puerto Ricans. They have the big power, but we always question, is that power real? You know, is that punch resistance real? You know, so anytime you get chin checked, that's when we're going to find out what kind of power you really have, what kind of resistance you have. And, you know, anytime you're dealing with a volume punching Mexican, we know they got the chins. They're going to keep coming forward. So is the power going to be enough to keep off Chacon?
Jan Santana began his career with 11 straight knockouts. He's now 16-0 with 13 KOs. This could be the fight of the night. You never know. And there's the brothers, Keon 4-0. Could he possibly become the best of the Davis brothers? He's young now, got a long way to go.
Well, he has a tall mountain to climb, a tall mountain of talent to climb, but he is 6'3". He's the tallest brother, and all these guys got power, so yeah, you never know.
All right, so many big nights coming your way on DAZN. You have to be part of the ultimate DAZN package.
Live exclusively on DAZN, May 16th. A giant stands over Doncaster. Philip Hergovich, the most feared destroyer of dreams. But one man holds his ground. Dave Allen.
Well, innit?
Finally back home.
But I feel like no fear of Philip. We're in Danny, aren't we?
This is his one shot. Dave must slay Goliath. Allen versus Hergovich, May 16th. Watch only on DAZN.
Yo.
It's going to be another big day on Saturday, jam-packed. Before you tune into us in Norfolk, Virginia, you got to check out Dave Allen facing Philip Hergovich. Then Saturday, June 6th, Galal Yafai is back in his first shot at a world title against Ricardo Sandoval. Then June 13th, the pound-for-pound star Jesse Bam Rodriguez moving up to bantamweight to take on Antonio Vargas. Of course, he wins there. Naoya Inoue might be his next opponent. And St. Mary's Stadium will be rocking over in the UK as Ryan Gardner realizes a childhood dream when he walks out at the home of Southampton Football Club, looking to make it a perfect homecoming as he takes on Menesi. All right, Todd Grisham here with Sergio Moro. We're about to talk to the co-main event combatants as well as the main event. We haven't talked about Brian Norman Jr., Sergio. He's back taking on Wagner. The last time we saw him, he was dropped against Devin Haney. Made it competitive down the stretch, though. I thought he closed well, but still suffered pretty alarming defeat for him as far as becoming a world champion.
No, he took a hit to his reputation. I mean, that bad boy boogeyman, the power puncher. I thought he was the next coming of Julian Jackson. He was knocking out guys cold like that. But whenever you're dealing with punchers, and this is what I tell you and Mannix all the time, it's the technicians that give him problems. It's the guy that power's not going to intimidate him. So with a fighter that he's facing, he's a tricky mover. He's the type of guy that can give you issues because you need footwork in order to land that power. So footwork's going to be key in this one. So Norman, with a new trainer, is he going to be able to close that distance responsibly and not just rely on power?
Obviously, Norman Jr. is a big favorite in this fight. Is this kind of a Norman's got to get his groove back type of fight, like knockout or bust? We want to see him do it.
Against a fighter that's been stopped once, yes, you want to be the second man to stop him. And you want to send a statement to that division. that you're still there. You're still the goods. You're still the boogeyman. You can still knock out guys. So you have to send a statement, and you have to lay someone out flat.
All right, well, Brian Norman Jr. is on the stage right now, as are the two men competing in our main event, as we send it back down to Chris Mannix.
Well, thank you, Todd. We welcome you to the main and co-main event press conference for Saturday's card, headlined by Keyshawn Davis and Nahir Albright. The co-main event for this fight is on stage as well, a 147-pound fight between former welterweight champion Brian Norman Jr. and Josh Wagner. And in the main event, Keyshawn Davis looking to go 2-0 since moving up to the 140-pound division, while Nahir Albright wants to prove he belongs in this weight class among the top fighters, and maybe settle an old score along the way. A lot of history between these two guys, a lot of bad blood, and we're going to get into some of it up here this afternoon. This fight, of course, promoted by Top Rank in association with Rodney Rice's RDR Promotions and Throwback Boxing. A reminder that tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, and if you can't be there, you can watch it live and exclusively on DAZN. So I want to get into it with the fighters right away, and I want to start with the co-main event. I want to look to my right with Brian Norman Jr. Brian, you took a loss your last time out against Devin Haney. You made some changes. You have a new head trainer in your corner, Ronnie Shields. How sharp are you feeling? How different are you feeling coming into this fight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I've been loving the process, loving the journey, and May 16th, I'm just ready to show what I've learned during this time.
So what will be different on Saturday about Brian Norman Jr.? What are some of the things that you've been working on with Ronnie Shields?
Pace and mindset behind what you're doing pretty much. So just being more smooth and cool when you get in the ring and go out and just let the game come to you pretty much.
You know, it's always a tough decision to make any changes within your team. You and your father, of course, were a pretty formidable team winning that world championship. What was it that made you believe that you needed that new voice in your corner?
Sure, we still a team. It's about what's in you, not what's on you. So Brian Norman Jr., that's what's in me all day long. So I just feel like I need to go out, get some more experience real quick. You know, got my dog Ronnie right here with me, and you know, we're learning and growing each and every day.
You told me earlier, Dad will be in the building on Saturday. I'm guessing he's going to be vocal in the building on Saturday.
You know, you can't help that. That's my dog.
You won a world championship. You've been a world champion at 147. Is the motivation just to become a two-time champion? Is there a different motivation this time around?
Of course, I got that chip on my shoulder, but it's all about just going out there and being yourself and doing what you do. Take each fight at hand. So right now, May 16th, that's all I'm focused on. And whatever comes next, that comes next. But May 17th is not a promise. All I'm very focused on is May 16th.
You have said you want to fight any of the world champions out there at 147, but how much are you motivated by the potential of that rematch with Devin Haney?
Of course, I'm motivated by that, but once again, May 16th.
All right, looking forward to that. Josh Wagner, caught up with you a bit in the lobby, man. You're about as energetic as they come. You're ready for this opportunity. You told me that you hope that his team was watching your last fight where you took that loss. You said that's not a representation of you. Why are you going to be different on Saturday?
First off, I want to say thank you to Top Rank for giving me this opportunity. Brian for taking the fight. I know I'm coming in as a B-side, but like he said, I'm very energetic about this fight. My last loss was in the UK against Harlem Eubank, a top-level fighter. I want to show that I belong here at the top of the level of 147 division, and there's no better fight than this. Former world champion. I can't wait to showcase my skills. And like I said, they're expecting me to fight on the back foot, box and move, but they got another thing coming towards them. So it's going to be a hell of a night, and I'm just happy to be a part of this.
Pass it back to you in a second. That's a guy with great power at 147. We've seen it on the championship level. What do you think your advantages are in this fight?
Like I said, I think my advantage is I'm being overlooked. You know, they think they're going to run right through me, and that ain't happening. You know, I can fight, I can box, I can move. I got a good chin. I got stopped once to the body, and that ain't happening again. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm just happy to showcase my skills. And Brian Norman's got something coming toward Saturday night.
Brian, what do you think he's going to come to bang with you? Do you think he's going to come stand and trade with you?
I can't predict what another man may do, but I know I'm ready for any and everything. So whatever he got planned, I'm ready for that.
You've got great height, Josh, in this weight class. How important is it to you to assert that, to use that to your advantage?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a big welterweight. So, of course, I'm going to try and use that to my advantage, my size, my distance, my lateral movement, and, of course, that money jab. So I'm just excited for all this, man.
What do you think people are going to be saying about you after this fight?
They're going to be saying, who the hell is Josh the Boss Wagner, and we want to see him fight again.
All right, looking forward to that. Great fight in the co-main event on Saturday. And now let's turn to the main event. The history between Keyshawn Davis and Nahir Albright goes back to 2023 when they fought in Texas. It continued last year where there was the altercation in the back of Scope Arena, all of which has led us here to this fight today. And Nahir, I want to start with you. Around this time last year, you got into the fight in the ring with Kelvin Davis, and then you got into another one in the back after the fight. You called for this fight immediately after that. How do you feel now that it's finally here?
It feels amazing. First of all, I want to thank Jesus for me being here. You know, I want to thank my coaches, RDR Promotions, everybody who helped me, you know, get this opportunity. I feel great. I'm ready. I'm in shape. Just feel great.
When you look back at that night and how things played out, how do you feel about it?
I mean, that night, I would say it definitely was, like, unfortunate, you know. I just did my thing. I did my thing that night. And he came to my room. And they let me enjoy. I ain't get a chance to really enjoy the night that I worked so hard for, you know what I'm saying? So it feels good to be able to get that back in the ring.
How much does that night and what happened there motivate you going into this one?
I mean, it motivates me a lot. You know, I'm here. I called for the fight and we're here.
Like Frank Martin, his last fight, you know, so, like, keep bringing that up. Like, he fought Frank Martin his last fight.
That's why we're here, though. We're here for this reason.
He's here because he did a great job against Frank Martin, and he kept calling my peoples, and we answered his phone call. That's why we're here.
We'll hear a little bit of the history, too. It's part of the story. He did mention the Frank Martin fight. Very competitive draw you had against Frank. What do you think you showed people in that fight?
I mean, I just showed a glimpse of who I am, you know what I'm saying? Even that night, you know, I could bring more to the table, but I just showed the world, you know, a glimpse of my talent, and they're going to continue to keep seeing that.
You know, you have Keyshawn has unquestionably improved since that fight you had in 2023. He went on to win a world title. He got a big win at 140 pounds, stopped Jermaine Ortiz. How much do you think you've improved since 2023?
I mean, I improved a lot. I got stronger, faster. My IQ improved, everything, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to show Saturday night.
How do you think this fight ends on Saturday?
With Nahir Albright with his hand raised. That's it. I'm going to get my hand raised Saturday night, and the whole world going to see it. The whole world going to see it. It's cool. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can laugh. Y'all can do all that. But Saturday night, y'all going to see.
But Keyshawn, you were looking for big things after that win over Jermaine Ortiz. Big names, title fights. How are you feeling with this fight in front of you now?
I'd like to thank God that I'm here, that we all here, made it safe. To my Lord Jesus Christ, thank you. And how I'm feeling, man, I'm happy, man. I got another opportunity to perform under these bright lights. Last 3 opponents, I stopped them. Nobody stopped these opponents that I fought, and he's gonna be another opponent that I stopped.
Yeah, okay. He was stopping people before he fought me last time. What happened? He ran into me, and I made him look regular. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be the same thing.
Do you think he made you look regular back in 2023?
It's 2026. So that really doesn't even matter. I got a win over him, and they decided to take it back. So, again, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to knock him out in 2026.
Okay.
This show, Keyshawn's titled Unfinished Business. Do you think there is unfinished business between you two?
I mean, nah. I feel like this is just a boxing game, you know? We ain't here to fight. We ain't here to sign contracts and fight, and that's exactly what we did. Like, it's not personal. It's not unfinished business. I'm going to knock Wu out.
You're not knocking me out, bro. Okay. We're going to see Saturday. We're going to see Saturday.
Is that confidence, Keyshawn, from how much improvements you've made since 2023? Like I said, that was 3 years ago. You've done a lot since then. You've become a world champion since then. You stopped Baranchik. You stopped Jermaine Ortiz. Do you feel like, is your confidence that you're going to stop this man coming from the growth that you made?
God willing, I'm going to get the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like anybody that's stepping in the ring with me, I'm going to stop him. Like, every time y'all ask me, yo, would you fight him? Would you fight him? I say, yeah, and I'm going to stop him. That's just how I feel. I just feel like I can stop anybody that get in the ring with me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Wu is another opponent. Gonna get in the ring with me.
It's not happening, bro.
And
It's not happening. It's not happening. Everything Keyshawn Davis says to me, it goes full circle. Last time he said, there will be no more Wu. What happened? Time went on, he retired. The first fight, he said, I'm going to knock out Wu. He didn't knock me out. He said his brother was going to knock me out. What happened? I handled his brother. Everything comes full circle. He said, I'm going to be on SportsCenter. He was on SportsCenter for what he did for, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to ever talk about, but he was on SportsCenter. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just going to see Saturday night.
Keyshawn, you said
full circle. Full circle. He was telling me, he told me when I fought Kelvin. He told me when I fought Kelvin. He said, he was like, get off my stage. Get off my stage. This is my show. Now look where God has ordered me. I'm on the show. Main event. Full circle.
Keyshawn, you did say he has fought since then. He fought Frank Martin. What did you think of how he fought against Frank?
Shit, honestly, I hadn't beaten Frank. I thought he was going to beat Frank. I told my people's bet on Wu. I think Wu going to beat Frank, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And I went back and watched the fight. I thought he beat Frank, you know, but it was a close fight, and I think he did a great job against Frank. He did his best, you know, but I just feel like both of them not on my level, you know, and I'm not
I already showed them on your level.
I'm not here to...
You're being delusional.
I'm not here to, you know, go back and forth with, like, we all know what, like, whatever, right? You can say whatever you want to say. I'm going to knock your ass out Saturday.
Okay. We're going to see. We're going to see.
So do you think, Keyshawn, he showed any sort of improvement in that fight? You said you picked him to win,
yeah.
So you gave him that respect. Do you think he showed you anything that's going to be different than what you saw a few years ago?
I don't know. We got to wait and see. You know, I'm not underestimating none of my opponents. You know what I'm saying? And he's a guy that I already fought before, you know, so I can't underestimate him neither, you know. But, again, Keyshawn is mentally, physically stronger, and Saturday is going to show. May 16th. Make sure y'all get there early. You know, he's talking now. He can win this battle right here. But when it all really matters, it's Saturday night, and we're going to see.
Okay.
Last one for you, Keyshawn. Last time out, you were the first person to stop Jermaine Ortiz. You left no doubt at the end of that fight.
He lost to Jermaine.
I said you stopped him.
Styles make fights.
And I did what?
You stopped him.
Styles make
and
fights.
He did what?
Styles
he
make
lost
fights.
to him. Okay. But
Styles make fights.
You left.
It made it when I fought Kelvin. That's cool. It made it with that. It made it with that.
Keyshawn, you did leave no doubt in that fight against Jermaine Ortiz. Is this the kind of fight that you believe you will leave no doubt in as well?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was no doubt the first time I fought him. Like, no cap. Like, everybody knew I won. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the worst fights I ever had, honestly. But now, it's 2026, and I know who I got up against me. Like, I know who I'm fighting. I seen it when he fought Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just another opponent to me. And I'm going to stop him. Just watch. I'm going to stop him.
All right. Last word.
All glory to God for this victory, May 16th.
All right. We're excited about that. Saturday night, Scope Arena. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. You want to get them. I think this is going to be a fantastic fight. Tremendous co-main event as well. Tremendous undercard. A lot of great fights on this card on Saturday, headlined by Keyshawn Davis against Nahir Albright, Part 2. We're going to face these guys off, and looking forward to seeing everybody at Scope Arena on Saturday.
Here with Sergio Mora. Sergio, a more subdued version of Keyshawn Davis. The last time he fought Albright, he was telling him to get off his stage. He was going to dominate him. They'll face off in just a minute. But right now, Brian Norman Jr. and Josh Wagner.
Look at how much bigger and taller Josh Wagner is. I actually sized them up in the lobby, and he's full of confidence for this fight. He's a tricky fighter. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Norman's going to have to prove that he's more than just power, especially against this Canadian who's come to upset the show.
You heard Wagner say after the fight, everyone's going to say, who is that guy, and when can I see him fight again? And now for the main event, a much more confident version of Nahir Albright taking on Keyshawn Davis. Their first fight, a majority decision for Keyshawn. One judge had it scored even. Afterwards, Davis failed a marijuana test, which was illegal at the time, so that result was overturned to a no contest. What's your prediction this time around, Sergio?
Listen, man, I think the world of Keyshawn Davis. I think Albright's a spoiler, but Davis has the Olympic pedigree. He's the former champion. He's the one moving up in weight. He carries the power. The first time around, he had issues with Albright's style. I think the second time around, Keyshawn's going to handle business.
I think Nahir Albright, though, has gotten better. Sergio, this is at 140 pounds, a weight class that Nahir Albright's a little more familiar with. Could that play a factor?
No, I don't think it is. I think moving up in weight is going to serve Davis a little bit more. Albright's the type of guy that competes in fights, but he doesn't beat the guys that he's supposed to face.
Well, we are getting closer to fight night here in Norfolk, Virginia. Make sure you tune in as Top Rank joins the global home of boxing, 8 p.m. local time, live on DAZN. We'll start with 2 undercard fights and then the 4-fight main card. Tomorrow, the weigh-in, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern here in Norfolk, Virginia. Sergio, a quick wrap-up on what we saw today. Anything that you saw or heard jump out in your mind?
No, I just like the way that Nahir Albright's handling this moment. I mean, he looked fly, he looked good, you know, real cool in the shades and the suit. He wants this moment. He wants to step up. He came up a little bit short against Frank Martin, but I think he still did. It was a confidence-boosting fight.
I think a lot of people thought he won that fight. He buckled Frank Martin down the stretch. It ended up being a draw. But even if you get a draw against Frank Martin, that's still, considering he has that name recognition, it's got to be a confidence booster.
No, he keeps fighting winners, undefeated fighters. And the last 8 fights, 4 undefeated fighters, 4 that were once beaten. So that's the goods. You look into the numbers, you look into the resume. Nahir Albright's here for a reason for a second time.
All right, so you can see it all live on DAZN. Main card starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time. But before that, we'll be back here tomorrow for the weigh-in. For Sergio Mora, Chris Mannix, and the entire DAZN production crew, I'm Todd Grisham. We'll see you back here in Norfolk tomorrow.
A rookie, honestly. I'm gonna show you straight like that.
All right, it's not a slouch. We gonna see if Wu has some tricks.
Keyshawn Davis showed exactly why he is considered a blue chip prospect.
That fight against Nahir Albright came to a no contest.
He could be a Brother War fan.
I was fighting Keyshawn. Kelvin was like talking crazy. Now I get a chance to fight him.
His name, who he going down into? Now Keyshawn is a cheerleader for his brother Kelvin. Oh, there it is. Stuns the Davis family in the back. All hell broke loose.
Keyshawn, you gotta run it back with me in the ring.